joined by 2022 OHL Coach of the Year and Matt Layden Trophy recipient James Richmond of the Mississauga Steelheads, general manager and head coach of the club. Coach, congratulations. Tremendous season. I'm sure it feels great.
It's a huge honor. It's with all the great coaches in our league. It's pretty cool to be in the mix with all those guys. So, and to be centered out with the likes of guys that we are coaching against every night. And obviously, my congratulations goes out to Ted for being nominated as well. But yeah, it's a huge honor for myself and for our organization. Obviously, it's a team award. There's no way that I could do this all by myself. Got great guys around me.
You mentioned it, no shortage of quality candidates for Coach of the Year this season, and yeah, as you referenced, Ted Dent, the Western Conference finalist for the award, and a tremendous season for the Firebirds as well. But in Mississauga, some new records for the Steelheads, 37 wins and 82 points. And you said it, it's a team accomplishment. Obviously, it takes a great coach to get there, but so many different hands on deck. I mean, at the start of the year, I think you probably knew what you were going to be getting in a guy like James Hardy and your captain, Ethan Del Mastro. But there's a few names there that I think really maybe exceeded expectations, or maybe they were just wild cards coming in, like Luca Del Belbaluz, Owen Beck, a guy like Casper Larson. All those guys, I'm sure they had a big part in the result here.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm not sitting here, and our staff isn't sitting here, accepting this award without these players. I mean, you touched on it with Luca Del Belbaluz. He put a ton of work in over the COVID year. Came back and had a phenomenal season. Picking up Casper Larson a couple of years ago, he was allowed to play in the COVID year, but great import D for us from Denmark, and had a terrific year. And other new guys in the league in their first year with Owen Beck and Zach Lebois and Xander Beccia, guys that really stepped up. I mean, I know that teams didn't like playing against our back end. We picked up Evan Brand as a 20-year-old, and he came in and was a great leader for us. Del Mastro was our captain. It's some guys that have been in our league for a long time, really stepped up, really bought into, how we want to play here in Mississauga, and they did a terrific job. So, I mean, we've got Bina Brower as our trainer. He does a phenomenal job every day keeping these guys in the lineup. Tom Frater, who's maybe the best equipment guy in the league. And then my assistant coaches, and Brendan Taylor and Jeff Kazakis, Matty Command and Chris Beckford-Sue, all great guys, easy to work with. Not at all times this year was it all the bells and whistles. It was a tough year. There's no question about it. And those guys stuck right beside me, and we got through it here.
Certainly was a unique season. The Steelheads surrendered the second fewest number of goals against in the league. Also worth noting, highest average of shots on goal per game, I believe it was around 36 during the regular season, and the lowest average of shots surrendered during a game, which was around 27. I mean, that takes buying into a system, obviously, to come out with those kind of totals. What leads to that, in your opinion? Obviously, you guys have a bit of a unique way of playing the game, but you definitely need the players to buy in.
Yeah, unique. That's a good word for it. I mean, it's I hear it all the time that we play a little bit differently. There's no question about it. Our structure is a little bit differently. It's set up a little bit differently. My teams have notoriously got off to slow starts, and part of that is because I still haven't figured out how to teach it in a quicker manner. It takes a lot for the players to understand it. It takes even more for them to execute it. But these guys have done a great job this year. Like I said, my support coaches have done a great job working with a lot of young guys this year, trying to get them to understand the structure, and then for the players to go out there and actually do it and do it really well. It says a lot about them. So it's a unique system, but it's been working. It's been working since I came in to Mississauga. And we'll continue to push through with it, and hopefully these guys see the benefit of when they move on.
First Coach of the Year recipient in Steelheads history and in the all-time history of the Mississauga and Toronto franchise. Certainly an achievement, and I know winning games is a big part of coaching this league, but also just developing talent for the next level, whether that's for the National Hockey League or for the U Sports ranks, or even just players professionally in their endeavors off the ice. One thing for your club, obviously being as competitive as it is a big achievement, but finishing top of the league lead, I believe it's 6 players on the final Central Scouting rankings this year. That's an achievement, not just for yourself, but also I would assume for your scouting staff as well, for identifying that sort of talent.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, our guys are out seeing hundreds of games every year, and putting a list together for me to go out. Generally, I start going out around Christmas time with all the different scouts. They've got their lists, and they've done a great job of identifying the character players that we want in here. And then it's up to us to try to help them develop into a top individual. You know, one of the things I'm most proud about being here is our guys have won numerous academic awards, a few Bobby Smith awards, which is unbelievable. And now we've got quite a few guys up in the NHL, and like you said, we've got 6 on the last Central Scouting list. So it's working. We're going to continue to put our nose to the grindstone and keep helping these kids chase their dreams. And even when our kids are off to university, it's funny, they reach out and they come back. And I was speaking with Nate Bastian today with New Jersey. He's coming in for Friday's game. He wants to meet all the kids here. So it's a pretty cool thing here in Mississauga. I can't tell a lie. I'm honored to obviously win this award for the franchise, but I couldn't be happier than being here in Mississauga and being their head coach and GM.
Yeah, just lastly, I know there's been adversity and challenges on a couple levels around the team this season, and I guess I just finished by asking, what does it mean to be surrounded by such a supportive network of people, not just through the players and what they go through, but also just as a coach, the day-to-day grind. What does it mean to be surrounded by such a supportive network?
It means the world. It really does. It's from the moment Elliot Kerr brought me in, I had a plan to build this team from inside out, meaning inside the dressing room to out on the ice. Build it with character kids, build it with character coaches, build it with character scouts. We want character first. And with all the different things like you've alluded to off ice, it's been a challenging year for a lot of us. And it's just been a really, really tight-knit family in here. And it's we've gone through a lot of stuff together, and it makes it so much easier, but it makes you feel so good about being a Steelhead when you have families around the organization stepping up and helping out other families, and obviously mine being one of them. It's just it's an incredible feeling. And then on top of it, to win the award for everybody, and really that's what it's about, is pretty darn neat.
Coach, congratulations and thanks for your time today. Best of luck the rest of the way in the playoffs.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.